It was in the bag, the fans were already chanting victory, but they forgot one tiny detail. The game was still on. It was supposed to be the end, but football showed that it's never too late.
Vini Júnior, e Real Madrid não está morto, Neuer escapou! Gol!
Today you're going to see part 2 of the goals that came in the final minutes and changed everything, kicking things off with the 2012/Champions League final. A German classic, Bayern versus Borussia. Two giants, the cup was on the line. The vibes were electric at Wembley in London. Germany's two biggest clubs were battling for European glory, and they fought until the very last second. Just 13 minutes in, Lewandowski had a crack from distance. He aimed for the top corner. Neuer leapt, made the save. On the next play, another chance for Borussia. The winger Blaszczykowski got the ball on the right. He slotted it towards the corner, and Neuer stretched out, saving it with his foot. What a save. 5 minutes later, Reus pushed up the left and shot from outside the box. Neuer again flawless. The Bayern keeper was the main man of the match. Borussia was all over them. Bayern's first dangerous attack only came in the 25th minute. Ribery whipped in a cross from the left. Mandzukic rose higher than everyone. A powerful header. The keeper Weidenfeller flew and made a fingertip save. And that's when the Bavarians woke up. 4 minutes later, Robin was put through, one-on-one, completely open, but he shot it straight at the keeper. A massive chance wasted. At the 34-minute mark, Lewandowski showed up again. He got it right in front of goal, but Neuer came out strong and smothered it. Right at the end of the first half, Hummels mistimed his clearance. Robin pounced on it and got the ball, but he hit it right at Weidenfeller again, this time right in the keeper's face. Nothing was going in. The deadlock was broken in the second half. In the 60th minute, Ribery stormed down the left. He beat his man and he played a perfect pass for Robin to burst into the box. The Dutchman controlled it. The keeper came out poorly. The number 10 hit a low cross. Mandzukic showed up for the tap-in. 1-0 Bayern. The Bavarians celebrate. But Borussia wasn't going down easy. 6 minutes later, Reus got it in the box. But the defender Dante came in with a hard foul. Penalty given. The midfielder Gundogan stepped up to take it. He sent Neuer the wrong way. 1-1, all square in the showdown. At the 71-minute mark, Bayern almost got another. A long ball through the middle. Müller won the foot race. He got past the keeper. He rolled it towards the goal. The ball was rolling in, but the defender Subotic saved it with a miraculous sliding tackle. Unbelievable. 4 minutes went by. Müller again. He got it on the left. He passed it back to the fullback Alaba, who was overlapped. The Austrian smashed a rocket that was heading for the top corner, but Weidenfeller made a massive save. Borussia was just hanging on. It looked like the game was heading to extra time, but in the 89th minute, the magic happened. Ribery got the ball between 3 defenders at the edge of the box. He hit a back heel. Robin appeared like a rocket. He split the defense. He poked it into the bottom corner and became a legend. 2-1 Bayern, the title-winning goal.
Robin! Robin! Jetzt macht sein Tor!
Scored in the dying minutes of the match. Unforgettable. Thanks to Robin's last gasp goal, Bayern lifted the European Cup. The stadium erupted. History was being written. The next last-minute goal was in the 2010 World Cup final. Spain versus Netherlands. The title neither nation had ever won. The pressure of history was massive. The Netherlands had already been runners-up twice. In 1974 and 1978, Spain had their greatest generation ever. A massive showdown to decide who would put the first star on their chest. And the first real chance fell to Spain just 4 minutes in. Xavi took a perfect free kick. Sergio Ramos rose up at the penalty spot. A solid header. The keeper Stekelenburg stretched and saved the goal. The game was scrappy without many big chances until the 61st minute when the Netherlands almost scored the opener. Schneider, who had been quiet, suddenly woke up. He played Robin through with a defense-splitting pass. The forward burst into the box, one-on-one with Casillas. He shot it firmly, but the keeper's foot nicked the ball, and it went just wide, almost scraping the post. Chance missed. 6 minutes later, it was Spain's turn to almost score. The fullback Navas hit a low cross from the right. The defender Heitinga made a bad clearance. David Villa got it in the 6-yard box. He shot, but was blocked by the defense. The tension was maxed out. Robin threatened again. At 82 minutes, he beat Puyol in a foot race. He was in alone against Casillas. The keeper rushed out and stopped the dribble. No goals in the 90 minutes. Extra time started tense. Chances were being wasted. Fabregas received a great pass from Iniesta. He shot hard one-on-one with the keeper, but Stekelenburg made a miraculous miraculous save with his foot. The goal just wouldn't come. It looked like everything would be decided by penalties until the 116th minute, the unlikely happened. Jesus Navas charged forward on the attack. They exchanged passes, spreading the play. Fabregas showed up with the perfect assist. Iniesta arrived, hitting it across the goal. The ball nestled in the back of the net, an explosion of emotion. The title was finally Spain's. The world stopped for a few seconds. History writ. Iniesta, in the final minutes, put the first star on the Spanish crest. A hero for eternity. Another clash of giants. Real Madrid versus Bayern Munich in the semifinals of the 2023/24 Champions League season. It was the second leg at the Santiago Bernabeu. The 2-2 draw in the first leg left it all open. Real Madrid's home stadium was rocking. The crowd was ecstatic, and it was an absolute banger of a game. Just 12 minutes in, Vinny Jr. got it free inside the box. He shot across goal and the ball smashed off the post. The rebound fell to Rodrigo, who shot it straight at Neuer. What a save. The game stayed scrappy in the first half, and the teams only created more clear chances in the second. At the 53-minute mark, Kane capitalized on a mistake by Nacho. He beat the fullback Mendy and finished towards the corner. Lunin saved Real. Incredible on the next play. Vinicius Jr. pushed up the left. He hit a low cross. Rodrigo deflected it, and the ball grazed the post. Almost the opener. 4 minutes later, a dangerous free kick for Real. Rodrigo hit it over the wall. Neuer stretched and denied the goal. Real kept piling on the pressure. Vinny Jr. controlled it. Beat one man, beat two, beat three, and shot. The Brazilian unleashed a rocket, and Neuer made another insane save. It would have been a spectacular goal, but Bayern was still alive. At 67 minutes, the fullback Alphonso Davies cut onto his right foot and smashed a stunner into the top corner past Lunin. Goal for Bayern. 1-0. The Bernabeu went silent. Bayern was in the lead. Total drama. But Real Madrid in the Champions League is inevitable. At 87 minutes, Real answered back. Rodrigo shot from the left. Neuer fumbled it. The ball fell to the striker Joselu, who just had to tap it into the net. The equalizer. 1-1. The stadium erupted. 3 minutes later, the historic comeback. The defender Rudiger crossed it in. Joselu showed up in the 6-yard box to finish it. But there was drama. VAR checked the play. The stadium held its breath, and the ref gave the goal. 2-1. Real Madrid. Unbelievable. The Bernabeu was bouncing. Joselu was the unlikely hero who secured the Merengues a spot in another final. It was pure emotion. Final minutes that went down in Champions League history. The next game, decided right before the final whistle, was Manchester United versus Porto in the round of 16 of the 2003/Champions League. At the Estadio do Dragão, Porto won 2-1. Now the Red Devils just needed a simple win to advance. And the game had drama till the very end. Around the 23-minute mark, the first clear chance. The midfielder Costinha tried to play the ball back to the defense, but it got away from him. It fell to Van Nistelrooy. The Dutchman ran onto it, but the keeper, Vitor Baia, rushed off his line to grab it firmly. A scare for the Portuguese side. United, at home, kept up the pressure. At 31 minutes, the fullback John O'Shea got to the byline and got past Paulo Ferreira. He whipped in a perfect cross to the near post. Paul Scholes showed up unmarked as a surprise runner. He headed it firmly into the goal. 1-0 Manchester United. It was the scoreline the English team needed. At the 38-minute mark, Porto tried to answer back. The defender, Jemba made a poor clearance. The ball fell to Carlos Alberto. He shot hard, but the keeper, Howard, saved it. At the end of the first half, United almost got a second. Another cross from the left. Scholes appeared again in the middle of the defense and deflected it towards goal. But the linesman got it wrong and flagged for offside. United was robbed. Right at the start of the second half, at 46 minutes, Porto almost equalized. The fullback Paulo Ferreira crossed from the right. The ball found the midfielder Manish, who hit a blocked shot. The ball looped up, looking like it would chip the keeper. But Tim Howard managed to clear it away. Almost the equalizer for the Portuguese. The clock was ticking. Max tension. The teams didn't have any more big chances for the rest of the second half until the 89th minute. The decisive moment finally happened. A free kick hit hard by the forward McCarthy. Tim Howard tried to hold it, but he fumbled and parried the ball right in front of him. Costinha appeared like a rocket. He finished into the empty net.
O remate! Pode ser o gol do Porto! É o gol do Porto e é Costinha! Costinha!
Porto equalizes 1-1. The Dragons knocked out a giant in the final minutes. Mourinho ran from the bench to celebrate. The crowd went wild. One of the most iconic goals of the campaign that led Porto to the title. Now, this next goal was unbelievable. West Bromwich Albion versus Liverpool on the second to last match day of the 2020-21 Premier League. With the pandemic, Liverpool had a rough season and needed a win to stay in the fight for a Champions League spot. The stadium was empty, but full of tension in the air. Just 15 minutes in, the unexpected happened. The forward Robson Kanu got the ball from the midfielder Mateus Pereira at the edge of the box, and he shot with his left foot into the corner past the keeper, Alisson. Goal, 1-0 West Brom. An explosion of joy from the home team. Liverpool, needing the win, pushed forward. At the 24-minute mark, Mané got it from Thiago in the middle of the box. He hit it first time with his right foot. The ball went just wide, shaving the post. Not yet the goal. At 32 minutes, the goal for the Reds finally came. The West Bromwich defense messed up and the ball fell to Mané. He passed it to Salah at the edge of the box, and the Egyptian star hit it first time. Left foot, bottom corner, no chance for the keeper. 1-1, all square. The equalizer relit their hopes. On the very next play, another mistake from the West Bromwich defense. The ball fell to Firmino. The Brazilian smashed it with his right foot. The ball hammered the crossbar. Almost the comeback. In the second half, the game stayed balanced. At 83 minutes, Liverpool almost turned it around. Alexander-Arnold got it from Fabinho. He cut inside, shot with his left foot, but the ball went over the bar. Everything was still level on the scoreboard, but Liverpool needed the win, and they didn't give up until the 94th minute, the last gasp. Corner kick for Liverpool. Even Alisson went up for it in desperation. Alexander-Arnold whipped in a perfect delivery, and the Brazilian keeper rose at the near post to flick it on. A perfect header into the top corner. No chance for the other keeper.
Cobrança de escanteio, Alisson!
Goal! Liverpool 2-1. Total eruption. A historic comeback in stoppage time. Alisson became the first goalkeeper ever to score for Liverpool. An insane record. The impossible became reality. He cemented his place once again as one of the biggest legends in Reds history, and that win helped Liverpool secure their spot in the Champions League for the next season. And if you watched this video this far, smash that like button and subscribe to the channel, because we're going to make other parts of this series. My name is Christian Castro, and I'll see you in the next video.